Alright guys, it is Saturday, March the 8th. A little skiff of snow last night. On the books for today, we're going to load out 2 loads of corn. I got, Joe's still not home, so I've got hired the neighbor's son, teenage son, to come help me sweep auger. So we get 2 loads of corn out today. Truck's supposed to be here around 10. It's currently I think 7:45. So I'm just gonna get the tractor warming up, feed the calves and the goats quick, and then put the bucket back on, and then we'll go get clearing some snow. And so I can get the mixer tractor, the little Coyote, on the auger. So, anyways, come along with me today. Got the goats fed. Here are the stocker cattle that we brought back. They've adjusted well. Had to make some had to adjust the TMR mixer. So that PTO pump, we had the augers hooked in parallel. And that PTO pump we had, the problem with it is it's open center. And so what would happen is if one auger got a big chunk of tough hay or baleage and it started to slow down or get resistance, the oil would go to the other motor that wasn't starting to bog down, and they would plug. Which wasn't a big deal when we were doing the mostly corn silage and a little bit of straw. But when I started doing this first cut hay, that got some age to it, and it's a little tougher, it was getting really annoying. So I switched it around to hook them in series, and now actually it works way better. I grind and mix feed at just above idle, and yeah, it gets everything cut up pretty good. So these little guys here, they get their heads caught, and then the big girls clamp down on them. But anyways, we'll get their feed pushed up and the fat cattle feed pushed up, and then we'll go take the loader around and feed the calves some grain. All right, got some snow cleared. It's tough this time of year. There's some spots with the driveway with frost. It did freeze up, so anywhere the snow wasn't laying, it's froze up good, so the truck should be fine. But this drifts in here bad, and so I just dug a path back there so I can get the Coyote, but there's next to no frost in this ground, and there wouldn't have been any frost all year because we got that big snow in December where stuff froze up real fast, or didn't freeze before we got all that snow. And so now it's a pain in the butt. So that's why when we clear snow, anywhere we got to drive, we try and, even if we get a lot of snow, we try and get it down to gravel so the frost gets in there, so it's nice and firm, so we're not cutting ruts and fighting. But at the same time too, we don't want to cut big ruts ahead of a big snow and then get those exposed and let them freeze, because then it's really rough. Like all this stuff in here, it's all really rough. So anyways, I'm gonna get the mixer unhooked and the Coyote fueled up, and then I think I told the neighbor kid to be here around 9, so he can give me a hand doing some odds and ends while we wait for the truck to show up. So yeah, so we had 2 lines coming off of this, feeding each motor, and then I just hooked them in series. So it goes through this auger, and then the return side on this auger, instead of going to the tank, goes to the pressure side of the second auger, and then the return goes through. So you can tell it actually drives a lot harder, because when I kick the PTO on and I drop a few RPMs, well, the tractor still has enough power to run everything, and it cuts it up and does a fantastic job. Put it in perspective, the time it took me to swap them around, I'm pretty sure for the 3 days I fought with it, I should have just switched it after the first day of it like that. I should have taken the 20 minutes to swap it around. But anyways, live and learn. We probably should have had it hooked in series from start. I just lack of experience with open center systems. Most tractors are closed centered hydraulics, whereas on the truck side, a lot of those wet line kits, so they call them, a lot of them are open centers. So anyways, we'll get this unhooked and get the tractor fueled up. All right, truck's here. We're finally shipping some corn out. A little late, but not too bad in here, not that dusty, so. We'll get her shipping. Go. That's pretty much all I do. Just keep her swept up nice, and grain's in good condition. It's been this is actually 2023 corn, so it's actually kept really well. Nothing sticking to the walls. It smells good. So this is the very first corn that I ran the corn dryer myself. It was kind of bittersweet seeing this corn go, because this is the last stuff that my dad combined before he passed away. We worked all day Sunday, combined the corn, put it in the wet bin, and he was going to start drying corn on Tuesday, because we had a load of pigs coming in on Monday.
got a load of pigs unloaded on Monday, and Tuesday morning Dad never woke up. So it's kind of bittersweet to see this stuff go. Because this is the last, that Sunday when I was working there with him, I didn't know it was going to be the last day we were combining together. So I think I'm going to keep a jar of this as a keepsake. One of the last things him and I did together. So bittersweet seeing this stuff go, but money in the bank. So anyways, guys, I'm going to keep going here. Getting near the end, so I got to be mindful of what I'm doing. It's been a few hours since we last spoke. I've had a bit of an adventure. My buggy was full of ice. Let's thaw it out, dig snow. Sun's come out now. The stuff's getting a little sloppy, but we're filling now. I was in and out of that buggy I don't know how many times. Had to break it up. I had a Tiger torch to thaw stuff out. But anyways, we're moving now. Catch up with you guys when we get loading. Alright, I haven't seen it go, so just corn dust from filling this. So the buggy's full. Now we'll just go transfer it into the into the truck. And then what I had on there, 500-600 bushels. I think I got at least 600 in here. So then we don't need quite a full buggy the next time we go back up there. All right, we're unloading. I think there's a way I can hook my phone up to you guys on the camera and live streaming, but I don't know what I'd see. There's probably lots of dust. So we're filling. Hopefully everything flows out. I chipped as much ice out as possible. But it's supposed to warm up later the week. The rest of it should melt out. We'll power wash it and roll the tarp. Well, I think that should be enough corn in there. Look, nice clean stuff. That actually worked pretty good. Because I had it playing. I don't know if you get out of the sun. I had you guys playing on my phone so I could see. Quite handy. Anyways, let's go do something else. Now, got my helper Warren here, he's shoveling. These guys need some feed. Andrea, do these guys need some feed? Yeah? What about you, Mom?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We gotta go pee. Peeing in the barn. I got my help here, Warren. Get shoveling, Warren. Start earning your keep. All right, well, kids come out. We're just looking at the barn. We did some calf barn chores. I'm gonna mix up some feed for these guys here. And I think to mix up feed for the stalkers, I need to get a bale of hay. And yeah, so I'll likely play with the kids for a little bit, and then I'll get making feed a little bit later. All right, so Got the feed mix in here. It's daylight savings tonight, so I lose an hour of sleep or gain an hour of sunlight. I don't know. It's confusing. I don't like it. But anyways, got our hay in. Here's second cut for the calves. Here's first cut for the stalkers. Both mostly alfalfa mixes. This stuff is, here's what it looks like. Still as green as the day we baled it. Good leaf retention. High protein stuff. And then the oat hay or straw. So anyways, I'll show you guys. We got 840 pounds, just a nice little idle. And we're just got it mixing up just beautifully. So should have done that from the start. Let's get our DDGs mixed in and then we'll go feed the fat cattle. Start filling the mixer up for the stalker. All right, well, we'll get some hay cut. I use this first cut mainly because it was baled. I probably needed another day. Dry last year, you never got that. You never felt like you were going to get that other day. So we just baled it. We wrap all our hay in the tube. So it keeps fine because it's not exposed to oxygen and it doesn't heat. So not the end of the world. There were some bales that did end up making dry, were close to dry, but for the most part, they were 17 to 25% moisture. So it's a lot. It got old on us too. Normally I wanted to cut it a week sooner, but anyways. Again, lots of leaves in there. We usually tell the baler guy to run full knives, and just that alfalfa is tough. So this stuff was cutting up pretty hard. But anyways, I got that mixer motors running the right way now, and mixer eats them no problem. It was a struggle, let me tell you. It was quite frustrating. To say the least, make him feed this week. So I'm gonna get that in there, get that grinding, go check on the calves, see if anybody needs any attention, and then we'll go get a bucket load of silage. I don't know if you guys can see that, but before that would have stalled the mixer out. And now we're just at just above an idle. Oh, nearly slipped there. Anyways, we'll probably give these calves some grain here and check on them. Either the way they bawl, you'd swear I never feed them, but they all got their hay or whatever. So, anyways, I'll give them some hay or grain, some grain here. There we go, there it is. That about does it for today. All fed. Hay pushed up. These guys are starting to eat their creep feed. And the creep feed pretty good. Getting you can start to see them start to take off. There's a little bit of a stall out, but in a month from now they'll be a lot bigger. So anyways, catch up with you guys tomorrow. Morning. Sunday, March 9th. It's the next day. We're gonna go do some chores quick here. Got some stuff on to go with the family this afternoon. It is a beautiful March day. Sun's out. Clocks jumped ahead, so I don't know, my body doesn't adjust to going ahead the same as going. I'm more of a fall back person. I much prefer that, but it will be nice now, you know, doing chores, and it's not going to be dark when we're, you know, after work. And it's a little darker right now in the morning when I wake up, but in no time it'll be light out and not that big of a deal to deal with. So just got to feed the goats and the calves their grain, and then barring anything, as long as nothing's complete disaster, head out for the afternoon. I'm getting here a little later. I just go check on a neighbor. They were doing some work to their air heater and just making sure they were getting stuff done correctly. Nice, we'll get the feed pushed up and goats fed. Alright, they're all scraped up. Scraped up and fed. These guys seem to be adjusting to their new ration well. So, one thing with this ration not having as much corn, they don't get as dirty as those other ones are. So a little more roughage in there, fiber. So but they're also not eating the same volume. Like those big guys are eating 25 pounds of corn, 25 pounds of silage, 10 pounds of DDGs, and 2 pounds of straw. So my math, that's 62 pounds of feed. And the stockers there are getting 11, 15, 1. So that's 27 pounds. So it would make sense that they're not producing as much manure. So check these calves out. They'll be bawling and hungry.
our friend 991. He just stands in there and messes around, and he throws an alarm that he's not eating, but he just likes to play with his food because he's perfectly fine. Because then all of a sudden he'll just drink the 3 liters that he's allotted. So anyways, we'll get those guys fed and maybe sweep up with their hay, and then we can probably I'll head home, get changed and cleaned up, and go spend some time with the kids this afternoon. Haven't seen them much this week with working and doing chores after work, and they're in bed when I get home, so it'd be good to spend some time with them. All right, there they are, all fed. I took a bit of time here and I scraped or squeegeed that, so there's no water laying there or pee. So anyways, I'm pretty sure they'll have enough replacer in there to get me till this evening. We had quite a bit of it stockpiled in there, so it should be good to go for a little bit. Well, I'm going to go back to my place, get showered, ready, and go down and see what the kids are up to. They went down to see my nephew play hockey at 10. I had hockey this morning, and between it and trying to get chores done, I wasn't going to make it for the hockey game, so I thought, well, I'll just come down a little later, and maybe we'll go check out the calves at my father-in-law's barn and see how they transitioned after being down there a week. Hasn't told me anything's not doing well, so no news is good news, but in some people's eyes, but it won't be the end of the world to go check them out. So I'm just gonna take the F250, probably unhook it from the trailer and just take it down instead of taking my work truck. That's also too, I don't have a car seat, so I don't have to take the kids home. My wife can deal with the kids. But anyways, we'll get this unhooked and go to town, and I'll catch up with you guys after. I'm back. It's about 4:30 now. Absolute cracker of a day. Lots of snow has melted, so we're officially entering mud season. So we're gonna get started making feed, getting stuff fed up. I'm not working too late tonight. Don't feel like making feed light. Kind of have a nice quiet Sunday evening. So there's a bungee strap, probably what we were using to hold the chains on. But anyways, let's go get made. Just gave the goats their hay. Man, I like when we can get natural light in here. But anyways, that's everybody looked after. These two buffoons here got some. Eventually he's gonna realize is gonna get bigger because he's just a little over a year old now. So he's doing good. I kind of keep him on a low maintenance diet. I don't like him getting too fat. Then they can kind of get a little lazy. But it's good to see that they're fighting like that. I would say then they're aggressive. So then when they're called upon to do their work, they get after it. So anyways, guys, thanks for coming along. Probably wasn't as in-depth a video this week just because I was trying to do a lot of stuff on my own. Joe's gonna be back and we're gonna be getting ready for spring, and we'll be able to hopefully bring some more exciting content. Appreciate all you guys tuning in to watch our circus. It feels some days we're a circus, not a traveling circus, just a regular circus. And again, appreciate all you guys tuning in to watch out. Until next time, keep her between the ditches.